The invasion hit the outer ridge of Oakhaven, Tennessee at 0300 hours. There was no orbital warning, no military scramble, and no broadcasted demands for surrender. Just a jagged slice of purple plasma cutting through the cloud cover and a heavy, metallic pod slamming into the mud behind Caleb Miller's barn. Inside the pod were 8 elite scouting biodrones of the Valen swarm. They stood 8 feet tall, possessed razor-sharp chitinous scythes, and carried thermal-tracking ocular arrays designed to harvest soft-tissue planetary populations. In 32 planetary subjugations, their entry protocol was always the same. Land, terrify, liquidate, repeat. Commander Zarn, the lead drone, stepped onto the wet grass, its mandibles clicking in anticipation of easy slaughter. Its thermal sensors locked onto the nearest wooden structure. It picked up a single heat signature sitting motionless on a porch chair. Zarn let out a guttural, terrifying screech meant to paralyze mammalian nervous systems. It raised its plasma scythe and charged forward, tearing through the damp fog like a demon from a fever dream. Sitting on the porch, 62-year-old Caleb Miller didn't scream. He didn't drop his cold aluminum can of cheap beer. He slowly reached down, picked up a heavily modified 12-gauge Remington shotgun equipped with hand-loaded 3-inch Magnum deer slugs, and cocked the slide with a heavy mechanical site. "Boy," Caleb spat onto the wooden deck, "you just trampled my prize-winning tomatoes." Boom! The lead biodrone didn't just stop. The kinetic impact of a 12-gauge solid lead slug at point-blank range blew its entire upper chest plate into a cloud of glowing purple goo. The creature collapsed into the dirt with a wet, pathetic thud. The remaining 7 aliens froze in absolute, unscripted horror. Their hive-mind central computer was currently cycling through millions of galactic combat algorithms, trying to identify the high-density energy weapon that had just vaporized a level 4 chitinous armor plate. Before the alien computer could resolve the data, an air horn blared from a lifted 1998 Ford F-250 parked near the treeline. "WOHO! They got big ones tonight, boys!" a voice yelled over a loudspeaker. From the surrounding woods, floodlights flickered on. Dozens of halogen hunting rigs illuminated the clearing, blinding the alien ocular arrays with 200,000 lumens of raw, white light. The wet Tennessee woods didn't echo with military commands. They echoed with duck calls, hound dogs barking frantically, and the roaring engines of modified all-terrain vehicles. The Valen swarm had spent 10,000 years conquering spacefaring civilizations that relied on clean energy shields, high-frequency radar, and logical military formations. They had never encountered a population that spent their weekends tracking camouflaged game through swampy brush for fun. To the aliens, this was a high-stakes planetary invasion. To the locals of Oakhaven, it was opening day, and there was no bag limit. Alien scythes met high-tensile steel hunting compound bows. Advanced infrared cloaking fields were completely ruined by homebrewed skunk scent and tracking hounds that didn't care about stealth technology. Within 45 minutes, the remaining 6 biodrones were scattered through the dense pine woods, realizations sinking into their neurological cores. They weren't the apex predators here. They were game. Zarn's secondary officer scurried up an oak tree, its heart pounding as it tried to send an orbital distress signal back to the mothership. A quiet click echoed from the branch directly behind it. The alien turned its head slowly to find Caleb's nephew, Billy, hanging upside down from a tree stand, wearing full oak leaf camouflage, holding a compound bow drawn back to 80 pounds of tension. "You're in my tree stand, extraterrestrial," Billy whispered with a wide, toothy grin. The distress signal was never sent. By dawn, the Grand Command deck of the Valen fleet in high orbit was staring at a blank telemetry screen. 300 advanced scouting pods had been dropped into the sector known on imperial maps as North America. 0 pods had reported back. The only data returning from the surface was a low-frequency radio broadcast echoing from a local ham radio setup. The translation unit on the alien flagship clicked twice before outputting the local audio. "Hey y'all, this is Miller's Auto and Tackle. If anyone's looking for brand new purple truck bed lining or unbreakable kite and roof shingles, we got plenty of supply down off Route 9. Bring your own haulers." The alien High Admiral stared at the readout, his mandibles trembling in pure, unadulterated terror. He didn't order an orbital strike. He didn't launch the second wave. He slowly reached over and cleared the star system from the Imperial Galactic Map forever. Alien logic dictates that when you encounter an unarmored, primitive population, you subjugate them with superior firepower. But country folks? They don't check your technological specs. They just look at your size, check their ammo box, and start figuring out what scale you'd look best mounted over the fireplace. So next time your interstellar empire decides to launch an invasion on a quiet, backwoods planet, don't check the orbital scans. Don't drop the pods. Just run.